Hi, welcome to another edition of Car Guide. This time we have the 2018 Toyota Prado in town. It's just launched 4 or 5 days ago. Uh, well, to start off with, it's not a completely new car. What you're getting is a mid-model refreshment. Um, there's the new grills, new headlights, new bumper. The hood has been changed. You get a more aggressive form, and you can actually see the ridges on the hood from the driver's seat. The profile, the car has got this very bold chroming. This is the TXL grade in the 4-liter. There is a VX grade above this. The VX grade gets all the new goodies that have come into the lineup. These include leather seats, ventilated front driver and passenger seats. It's got selectable power modes for the driver, and more important is that the fact that it now comes with Toyota's KDSS suspension arrangement. So what this does is it allows the car to take on rough patches a little more aggressively. It senses the movement of the suspension and tightens and loosens hydraulic valves either in tandem, either diagonally or on one side. So you can stiffen up one side, you can stiffen up diagonal positions, and the car then gets a lot more travel on the other side which has been loosened. Along with the headlights, the new tail lights have changed as well. You get LED type of headlights at the top of the range. The VX has that headlight, and the VX has also got that little bit of extra tweak on its transmission. This car doesn't get it, but the VX gets a limited slip differential for the rear. The looks are definitely different. So you can identify the car. That is a good thing for Toyota, because this car has not really changed in any major sense from the 2017 version. But it does come with a few new features, that little bit of interesting tweak around the looks of the car, and refreshed interiors as well. Like before, the car now comes with a 2.7-liter 4-cylinder engine. It also gets the 4-liter V6, and yes, there's a diesel available as well. That's the 3-liter turbo diesel. But the turbo diesel will be brought in only for fleet customers, especially those who are looking for some PDO related vehicles. I would suggest that if you're in the market for the Prado, look at the VX, because it's the grade that comes with Toyota's KDSS, or their kinetic dynamic suspension. And it's also the grade that gets a Torsen LSD for the rear axle, in addition to the center differential, which is also a limited slip differential, by the way. In addition to that, it gets an extra set of airbags, so that covers the curtain as well as knee bags. And in here, the difference that you'll see is in between 8-inch display, which is quite good, by the way. It's a major improvement already. But you get the 9-inch touchscreen navigation, which does away with many of the touch buttons around the 8-inch display.
the springing of the suspension is geared towards an off-road performance. So it's just slightly bouncy on the road, but the car's NVH protection has improved tremendously. Not necessarily in this model year, but across this life cycle of it. And you don't really get any intrusion from the road. We are coasting along here in traffic, and while I can feel the bumps of the dividers on the bridge, what I'm not getting is a sense of any excessive road noise as the cars drive by. I'm just getting a little bit of pitching from the suspension, and the steering is relatively neutral. It's not very direct. There is a little bit of a dead center around here, which means I can jiggle the steering without really weaving the car. The engine is smooth. The gearbox is really well chosen. It doesn't have too tall a top end, though the 5th and 6th are really overdrives. But it's not sacrificed too much at the top end because of the nature of this all-time four-wheel drive car. Toyota has taken various safety features and packaged them together with a branding, so that you get features like lane departure warning. You've got dynamic cruise control, where the vehicle is able to sense traffic and slow down or follow the traffic. And if a collision is imminent, the vehicle will either warn you, or if it's so close, it actually brakes for the collision. All those features, of course, come on the VX, which can be seen as a value addition for the extra money that you're paying. Again, the Prado has been quite interesting to drive off-road. No difference from the regular 2017 Prado. So don't jump in there and think that the undercarriage is different in any way. If only we had got the VX, we could have checked out a little bit of what happens with the new LSD. But other than that, it's rock solid. There's been no reason to ever complain about how the Prado performs off-road. And on-road now, I think I'm beginning to like it a little more. Its NVH is definitely better. It scores high on that. It's still a little bouncy. There we go again. A little bouncy. The springs are hard. The rebound is put in there just so that it will take the knocks of the most aggressive off-road terrain. But I'm pretty sure that with KDSS and with its ability to temper the way the suspension reacts, the VX should be a better ride than this is.
Right, so what's the verdict on this 2018 Toyota Prado? My advice is, if you already own a Prado, there's nothing that the car brings in which will cause you to run to the showroom to replace that. But if you are otherwise in the Prado market, this is a good time to pick up the car, because the J150, as we know it, has been in the market from around the 2009 times, but it has been upgraded all through its life cycle. Now, with the VX, you get a car which literally brings you a mini Land Cruiser in terms of its interiors, its suspension, the way the car reacts to traffic. We have mentioned before that Toyota has this new Toyota Safety Sense, which covers 4 different elements. You get a suspension and transmission, which are the most geared towards an off-road environment, and at the same time the NVH levels which have now come in on the car, which keep it very usable, very road friendly, and it gives you this elevated riding position where you can see everyone around you and comfortably navigate your way through. So it's a good job done by Toyota. It's not a revolution at all, but this evolution of the car gives us a very good portent of what the car is likely to come in when it goes all new in a few years from now. So, till another edition of the Car Guide, hope you have a good time driving out there. Bye bye.